just want to know what our future husbands are doing on a Thursday night because we just went to Pilates and now we're eating steak. So we don't know what you're doing or where you are, but this is where we are.
I need y'all to be dead but honest. Do I look mean? Do I look mean or like unapproachable? Because I'm trying to figure it out. I've been going to the gym for 3 years now, and one guy has approached me in the gym. One guy.
You want to hang with a bad bitch if we want to be real simple and easy to understand.
I'm attractive myself, so I'm not really...
You're not particularly my type.
Being around you. Okay, if I'm not your type, then we don't need to talk. Simple.
But that's what I said. That's why...
I've realized that it's been almost 3 years since I've had a new crush. And that is really sad because I am bored.
This is what happens when you trust a fucking man. Learn from my mistakes.
What's good, guys? It's your boy JostenJ coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women are shocked that single men aren't competing for them in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Okay, not to be a dead horse, but we are in a sassy man apocalypse. I just came from getting a burrito, and me and this guy were at the register at the exact same time. And I go to pay, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't take credit card." So I'm fumbling through my wallet to pay with cash. And so I have the money sprawled out on the counter, and the guy next to me, who is objectively handsome, he appears to be maybe in his mid-30s, and he goes, "Oh, so you're gonna pay for my food with all that cash?" I look at him, and I don't say anything. So then my food gets ready, and I go to my car, and his food gets ready at the exact same time. So I'm walking to my car. This man has the audacity to follow me to my car and be like, "Oh, so can I get your number?" What impression did you think you made on me? Your first impression to me was you asking me for money. How, in what world is that flirtatious or attractive? And I don't think that's an in. Maybe for some women, like, that's attractive. He probably is relying on his looks to get away with that being flirtatious, but not only was it not flirtatious to me, it turned me off. Like, your first impression is asking a woman for money. And what world is that attractive? And then I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't give out my number to strangers. Can I get your Instagram?" "I don't give out my Instagram to strangers." And then we're just having this back and forth, and I leave. But I'm like, does that actually work?
This guy didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't kiss her ass. And the funniest part about this clip is she's saying he's objectively attractive. What's pissing her off is that he's not making her some offer. You understand? She sees value in him. And the fact that he's just going about it cool, calm, and collected, you know, playing around, she knows that he sees value within himself. Isn't that crazy? But that was her opening. It was a joke. That was her opening to get on with this dude. She didn't want to take him up on the offer of, you know, giving him the number or the Instagram or whatever. He just goes about his business. It's not a problem. But you see in there, right? She said, and she admitted that she found him attractive. Crazy. Speaking of attractive, let me put you guys onto a great deal. The sponsor of today's video is Tej Hanley. Tej Hanley skincare routine is simple and uncomplicated, made just for men. I know a lot of guys think that they don't need a skincare routine, but once you give this stuff a try, it is going to blow your mind, okay? There's a lot of things that are going to come in the box that you're going to get. You're going to get a face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. They take care of everything. This is literally going to enhance your skin. You're going to be ready to fight the day, get through it, and even when you're in front of people, they're going to start to ask you, "What are you using?" And on top of that, they have a clay mask that you can use. They have a retinol stick, which is my personal favorite. They have all these tips and tricks to make your skin pop, but don't take it from me, guys. You can check the reviews. They have tons of great reviews, and it comes with an instruction card that makes it even more simple. It tells you how much to use, when to use it, and in what order. If you guys want to sign up for this skincare routine, you're going to get 40% off plus 20% off for life. I repeat, 40% off plus 20% for life. You are not going to find a deal like this anywhere else that's genuinely trying to help men look and feel their best. You are him them, they are them. Do not waste time, guys. Click that link in the description and get started today.
I really need someone to help me understand like the biggest mindfuck about online dating apps, whatever. I've been on them on and off for a couple of years. Like I'll, delete my accounts when I'm like serious about someone, yada yada, go back on and off like 4 or 5 times at least in the last few years. Every time I make a new account or I go back on, people who I have dated or even matched with previously or spoken to will try to match with me again and usually like send me some little message. And it's like, you have my phone number. You have my phone number or my Instagram or whatever. Why are you like, just shoot me a text? Like, why are you trying? It seems so juvenile to try to like match with me again on a dating app when you have all of my contact information. Like, it just is giving so emotionally unintelligent. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand the point of it. And like, if things didn't end on bad terms, which for the most part haven't, like, just shoot me a text. Like, what? Like, why are you trying to match with me? And why do people do this? I don't get it. I don't get it.
She's wondering why men rematch with her instead of texting her, like men that she's already dealt with. It's because your type of guy, right? Once again, we already know what type of guy you have to be on a dating app to even get their attention. Your type of guy, right, has other options, and then he comes back around to deal with you again, but for smashing. He's not taking it serious. See, when she's asking the question, it's under the assumption that the guy wants to take her seriously. She's assuming that he wants to take her seriously. So why is he coming back around when he can just text me? See, it's really a game. If she matches with me again, I got it like that. It's the same way how when you play games with a guy, he might go away or keep trying, and then you come back around to get more of his attention, but you're not trying to take him seriously. It's the same thing. You want attention, men want sex. It's very easy to decode. It's so simple to understand. But they must make everything about their feelings. Men aren't competing. Let's get the next one.
Biggest fucking deal breaker for me is a man that doesn't provide. Because if I'm doing everything by myself, like, I'll just be by my fucking self. And this is not like a new thing for me. Like, my first baby's dad, the only time he ever worked in his entire life is when we were together. When we were 18. This man is so grown now. Still has never had a job since then. And we broke up because he got fired. And I'm not taking care of a man. And if I'm spending time with a man, I'm not fucking taking care of myself either.
With all of this provider talk, it's funny because they'll tell on themselves. She said, my first baby's daddy or baby dad or whatever the hell she said. So assuming you have more than one. So if that guy was a bum, why does some guy need to step into your life now to provide and take care of you and your kids? You have to make sure that that's there first. This is what I'm always saying. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a provider. It's some funny joke, right? When, parents raise their kids to be grown very young, they say, oh, she's going to be a problem. When, they raise their daughters to have a taste for the finer things, oh, she's going to be a lot to handle. Shit, it's better that way. So she'll have high standards for men once she starts dealing with men. Instead of giving it away for free, wasting time with dudes, then coming out here, oh, I need a provider. No, that's not how that goes. You might as well pick a young dude that comes from a well-off family, a good family, a stand-up dude, or pick a guy who likes to work hard. Maybe a mechanic, maybe a guy who wants to go for his HVAC certification, maybe a guy who's a welder. Go for one of these guys. Stick with those guys. A guy who's into sports. You understand? Stick by him. But women like to go out here. See, this is why, as a man, you actually have an unfair advantage if you like putting in work. You understand? You have an unfair advantage. You work to get yourself up to the top. Then you pretty much pick and choose who's worthy of you. You understand? At the end, men sometimes get jealous of women because they're like, oh, they have all their value in the beginning. Well, what value? Having sex? Being desirable? But as a man gets older, he's looking for other things. And as you get older, you get better. You understand? We are not the same at all. So when they're talking about, oh, I won't deal with the guy unless he's a provider, were you looking for that the entire time? Were you? We'll never get the answer to that question, but their results will always answer the question. Let's get the next one.
So something that's extremely overrated is being nonchalant, being heartless, not caring about people. It's disgusting. It makes me want to puke. I hate nonchalant people, especially nonchalant men. I hate nonchalant men. Bring back the yearners. Where are the yearners? Where are the yearners? Where are they? Every single time I turn around, it's nonchalant this, nonchalant that, nonchalance this, nonchalance that. I don't give a fuck this, I don't give a fuck that. Shut up. Can't stand that shit. Because why is it suddenly a flex to not care? Bitch, you should care. Oh my god. If anything, what happened to kindness? What happened to being kind to people? What happened to, like, actually giving a fuck? Start gaffing immediately. And I don't want to hear none of this, oh, but if I give a fuck, I'm gonna get hurt. Bitch, you're hurting other people just because you're afraid. Grow up. It gets to a point, and I don't judge anybody. I'm not the type of person to ever judge, but if that's your reasoning, grow up. Get mature. Because that's no. Like, it makes you really ugly on the inside when you can't try to give a fuck about literally anybody at all in your life. Like, at all. Like, their whole aura, their whole attitude is off. It's funk. Like, it's literally nonchalant funk. It's so disgusting.
Men were never like this. When men start off, they're not like this. They're not nonchalant. They're actually nice guys. They fall for the trap of believing that when you do all of these nice things, it'll get you closer to a genuine bond and connection with the woman, right? So when she's talking about, you know, men are out here hurting those people who they're acting nonchalant with, and they're just hurting people. That's not true. That's actually false. See, men are going about their business. Men are going to reach out, right? Show interest, you know, because there's going to be mutual attraction there. They're going to show interest off of the attraction. The moment you don't want to take him up on an offer, he's just going to go away. That's it. It's no problem. The moment that you act a little bit too difficult, he's just going to go away. He's going to move out of your way so you can find somebody who actually wants to deal with that. The person that you're not too much for. It's a good thing on both sides. She's talking about you're hurting people in the process. No, that's not true. Hurt people, yes, but that's not what's going on. What's going on is the guys that you want, you can't seem to get them to care, and you're agitated, you're irritated, and you're annoyed by it. But you always have the option to go for the guys that want to be nice to you. Don't forget that part. Let's get the next one.
Guys, I'm so over dating. I'm actually over it. I've only just started again and I'm already fucking over it. I feel like I'm incapable of liking anyone again. I feel like I cannot like anyone ever again. The same conversations, the same questions asked, the bloody swipe. Oh, you don't meet anyone organically. When you do, they end up being an asshole anyway. Where do you meet people? At work? I don't want to date my co-worker again. Everyone just wants to get drunk and sleep with each other. No one wants to get married anymore. Everyone still loves their ex. Everyone's going through horrible heartbreak. Like, it's just, it's the gutters out here. We're in the trenches, girls. I genuinely give up. I give up.
She's saying she can't like anyone else anymore. Dating is so messed up and stuff. Here's what's actually going on. Men aren't competing, so she can't place men against each other in this race and pick the best one. But in the midst of picking the best one, she's getting free attention, free energy, free time. Guys are spending their resources. That's not what's happening here. You understand? That's why she's complaining. If she was getting all of that and had one in the crowd of guys that she liked, oh, she's made. She's having a fun time in dating, but she's not, because that's not happening. The more time goes on, right? A man is not going to waste his time. And when she's talking about the same conversations and stuff, guys are trying to qualify her, and she's like, who the hell are you? I'm not trying to qualify for you guys. You guys should be bowing down at my feet. That's not happening, so she's frustrated. Let's get the next one.
My biggest problem with men is that I want one that has a good job, has a good social life, works out every day, good routine, good morals, all the things. But those men don't have time for me, and I want them to have, like, unlimited time for me.
No, it's not a man problem. See, I like this clip out of all of them today because See, what she doesn't understand is everything that is going to make that guy attractive to you, if he gives you his unlimited time and stuff, what's going to happen is you're not going to be attracted to him anymore. She wants a guy who's fit, who has a good career, a guy who has a social life, but at the same time, she wants him to revolve his life around her. If he does that, he's going to get lazy, complacent, stagnant, fat, lose friends because he's going to be up under her 24/7. And then guess what? All of a sudden, he becomes a loser. All of a sudden, he becomes clingy. He becomes needy. She needs a guy who's masculine, a go-getter. Men that have a lot going on typically are not going to be all about a woman. They're too busy dealing with life and getting to it. Now, she wants a guy that's going to spend unlimited time with her. That's not happening. What she's not realizing is that the men that she wants are not going to be out here competing, because that's what happens when you're trying to spend as much time as you can with a woman. You're competing for her attention. You don't think that her attention can solely be focused on you. You understand where I'm going with this? And women actually have more attention to put towards you when you're not always in front of her face. What is he doing? I wonder if he's thinking about me. Oh my God, I made this today. Can I come bring you some? I haven't seen you in a while. Hoping everything's okay. You're not getting any of that when you're in front of her constantly. And men know the drill. Men know the game. The jig is up. Once again, she's saying all of this and she doesn't even have access to these guys. It's like I said in yesterday's video. They're always comparing the men that want them to men that they actually have no access to. The men that they want in their head, they have no access to. Why are you not dealing with reality and dealing with the guys that you actually have access to? Why are men competing for women? Why? Just ask yourself this. Why is a man competing to put you on? Because if we're going the way that it's supposed to go, you don't really put us on. So why would a man compete for you? So this was, women are shocked that single men aren't competing for them in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy JostenJ. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Why are we still doing this? Oh, I texted him twice and he hasn't texted me back. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. Done. You know how you get him to like you, or get him to at least start acting like he likes you? Stop texting. These are like things that I don't have the patience anymore to be telling people, oh, well, maybe you should back off. Like, how do you not know, and you're in your late 20s, how do you not know that they're so fucking stupid and so ego-driven and so simple that if you just back off, they will come closer? That's all you got to do. Oh, like, I posted a story, he didn't see it, or, oh, like, I've texted him so many times, he won't get back to me. How are we still doing this? How are we still doing this? And again, I really think it's better to just be single. I'm not saying chase a man ever, but if you must, please don't be stupid. Please don't be texting him a bunch. Back off. That's how you chase them, is back off, and then they start coming to you. How do we not know this? How do we not know this? Like, I'm sorry. How are you getting to your 30s and you still think that by showing more interest in him, it will make him more interested in you? I'm not saying this is a good thing about them. They are fucked up. They're disgusting, disgusting creatures. Okay? I think we should all be working every single day to decenter them more and more. But that's a different TikTok. But if we're really going to have this conversation of, I want him to like me, I want him to reach out to me more, I want him to ask me to come over, but he's not, why do you not know that you need to act like he doesn't exist? And that is the only thing that ever works. The only thing. How are you fucking 28? You don't know this.